Hi everyone, I'm Sophia. Today I want to share my honest experience of freelancing in 2002 for the good and the bad. If you're thinking about remote freelance work, or you're already doing it and want to avoid some mistakes, I hope this helps. A bit about me first. Before freelancing, I worked around 10 years in China doing intellectual property work at law firms and companies. I also worked remotely for a US company as an IP analyst. So I had some experience already, including doing translation tasks at work. I started freelancing in 2024. At first, I used Fiverr to offer translation services. I have a BA in English, and I had experience doing translation before, so it felt natural. But honestly, it was pretty bad at the start. A lot of scammers would ask for my email or try to move to Telegram to talk. Later, I switched to Upwork. It wasn't easy there either. My first few jobs were low paid, recording product review, answering easy questions. But for new freelancers, that's normal. You need reviews to get started. I was lucky to land a long-term client later. This one lasted almost a year. I worked as a bridge for communication between a US company and Chinese contacts. That one client made up about half of my income in 2024. Besides that big client, I also picked up other long-term and short-term gigs. Some were IP related, some were totally different, translation, project assistant, and even some AI training projects. I'm thinking of doing more of that in the future. Now, let's talk about the challenges. For new freelancers, it's tough to get jobs and it was easy to meet liars. I want to share 2 times I really got scammed.
First one was pretty dumb. The client opened a contract on the platform, but asked me to pay Chinese yuan in Alipay. I sent 6,000 Chinese yuan, and then Upwork blocked my client. My money was gone. I didn't get paid anything. I was new and didn't understand the rules, so I basically paid tuition fees for that lesson. And the second one, okay, it was with a UK company CEO. We had a long chat, 40-minute video call. I asked him to pay through Upwork, but he said, oh, normally they use Alipay to pay, and he has 8 assistants. And all his assistants got paid through the Alipay. Okay, I checked their website. It seemed very professional. And they have applied some Chinese trademarks in China, and okay, it looks he should be trustful. So I have them with 3 meetings to communicate with the Chinese lawyers. I sent my invoice as requested, and then they ghosted me for over 3 weeks. No replies to messages or emails. I had no choice but to mention the CEO in the group chat, let him to reply to my message. And suddenly, he and his assistant both replied. They turned it around on me, saying I shouldn't tag him in the group chat, and they blamed me and refused to pay. And they blocked me. Okay, honestly, it was a terrible experience. I won't try them anymore. They didn't respect freelancers' time. Okay, but I also met some very good and perfect clients on the platform. So overall, I was grateful freelancing giving me flexibility and freedom. I can work from home and manage my own time. But there are definitely pitfalls. You need patience. You need to learn to spot scams and set clear rules about your pricing. If you are freelancing or thinking about starting, feel free to share your story in the comments or ask me everything. I'd love to chat. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.